welcome.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name is Ocean.
Hello, Ocean.
I'm excited to learn about this position and get to know you.
Thank you. We're excited to have you here. So, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I am currently a student at Palm Beach State College.
Okay.
And I'm also working in sales. I currently sell air conditionings and tune-ups and all of that repairs for that. I do promotional sales inside of stores, and we generate a lot of leads.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm very motivated to find bigger and better jobs, and I'm just excited to learn about this company, and hopefully we can grow together. And
yes, definitely. So, can you tell me about some of your strengths?
I feel that I am a great communicator. I feel like I am good at communicating. I'm great. I care about people a lot. I feel that I'm very straightforward. I don't hold things back. So if
clear direction.
I'm clear and I make directions clear. So if I'm ever needed to be in a position to manage people, I will not hesitate to tell them exactly what needs to be done. And I love to improve myself, and I love to improve others and help as much as I can.
Okay, awesome. Can you tell me about one weakness that you're working on?
I would say something I struggled with in the past was my confidence. Maybe talking in front of other people, but you know, how I got past that was just putting myself in uncomfortable situations. I worked in customer service recently. I worked at a restaurant. I did hosting, and also my sales position. I have to go up to people, you know, many times a day and ask them about the air conditioning, and of course I was uncomfortable at first, but I feel has pushed me out of my comfort zone.
That's
and
great.
I feel like I've grown a lot, and I'm just ready to move forward and do the next thing.
That's really good. I love that for you. Can you tell me why you're interested in this position?
I have a strong passion for HR. I do believe that there's a lot of uncomfortable and wrong things in management and businesses, and I feel like there should be somebody there to help you voice your opinion and your concerns. And I just want to make people feel like they have a space that is welcoming and makes them feel comfortable, so that they can come and tell me anything and I can help them. And I also feel like I'm very organized, so I could help with payroll, all of that. I love helping people at the end of the day.
I love that. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself working in the field of HR. I just want to help people at the end of the day. I want to be successful. I want to help my family. I want to help myself. And overall, I want to be independent. And I just want to fulfill that need I have of helping other people and helping them help themselves. I want to help people feel comfortable to talk about things that are bothering them.
What motivates you to do your best work?
What motivates me to do my best work, I would say definitely just the need for me to be independent. I don't want to depend on other people. I want to be independent, and also I want my family to be able to rely on me, and I want to feel good about myself.
Awesome. That's a really good feelings to have too. Definitely a great thing to motivate you. For sure, and help you do your best work.
And I want my family to be able to rely and depend on me and not feel like I can't, you know, help them out. I want to. So that motivates me, and I'm sure it motivates a lot of people too, like yourself.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, all these things sound really great about you already, but can you tell me why we should hire you?
I feel like I would be a great help with this company. I love to keep things clean. I love to keep things organized.
Okay.
I love to help others. I love to help myself.
Yeah.
And overall, I just love people. I want to help people. I want to help them help themselves, and I want to motivate them to move forward. And, you know, I feel like sometimes people don't feel like what they feel is right, and I just want to ensure them that what you're feeling is right, you know?
Yeah, and be an advocate for them.
Yes, I would love to be an advocate for people.
Sure.
Exactly.
Okay. So, tell me about a time when you had to work with someone that was a little difficult and how you handled it.
So, I will refer back to a time when I was working with sales recently. There was a customer who was a little upset with me because I did not remember him from a previous time.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my job, we do have to go up to people and ask them about their air conditionings.
Mm-hmm. So you see a lot of faces throughout your shift, basically.
I see a lot of faces.
Yeah.
And a lot of them look similar, especially because the demographics in the store I'm at are all very similar. They're all a lot alike. So for me, it's just hard to tell them apart, especially because I have long days, etc.
It's understandable.
So a customer was a little bit upset with me because I didn't recognize him. And for me, I just let him get out his feelings, and I just and you know, took in his criticism, and I internalized it, and I just let him get it out, and I said, you know, I'm sorry, sir, I understand how you feel. I would probably feel a bit upset too. And, you know, I just didn't let it get to me, and I just apologized and took responsibility and, you know, learned from it, honestly.
That's awesome. You apologized, you empathized, and then you took accountability. And that's all you can do, really, in customer service, because you can't make everyone happy. So, can you describe a time when you had to explain something to someone and they just did not understand?
Yes. So, when I was working in the food industry, we had a lot of rules with this pizza restaurant I was working at. And the way they cooked their pizzas was very different, and a lot of people aren't used to it because we live in Palm Beach, and this pizza restaurant was from New York.
Okay.
And they did their pizzas very differently. So, a lot of people like a lot of toppings on their pizza, right? So, somebody was saying they wanted meatballs and pepperoni and onions and tomatoes. At this particular restaurant, we cannot do meatballs and pepperoni together.
Okay.
That's like our rule, because I guess the meats get wet when they're cooking, and the pizzas are cooked very fast in a cold fire oven.
Okay.
So if you were to put all those toppings on there, it would be wet and the meat probably
and it would change the integrity of the pizza. Got it.
Correct. So I tried to explain this to the customer, and he got upset, and he was like, "Go, if you don't know, then go find somebody who knows." And he was just upset, and all I could do was just kind of make him feel like he was right, and I was like, you know what, you're right. I will go talk to somebody. Even though I already knew the answer.
Right.
I already knew what my manager was going to tell me. I made him feel, you know.
Yes.
I made him feel validated, and I said, okay, I will go talk to my manager. Because that's what people want to hear. They just want to hear what they want.
They just want to hear you trying to fix it. Even if you can't, at least you tried.
I tried.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, he didn't, you know, I switched the pizza up, and he didn't even notice. I just did what I did. I did what I could for him. And
I think you handled that really well.
Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds like you did take care of that. Tell me about a time that you took the initiative without being asked to. Like you saw something that needed to be taken care of or needed to be done, and you just did it.
I would say, something I can think of is like if a pizza was going out and I might have noticed like a hair, And my first thought is I wouldn't want that on my pizza. So instead of like taking it off and then just serving it, I just kind of told the pizza makers we need to have another one made.
Okay.
Because if it was my pizza, I don't know whose hair that
Yeah,
is.
that's thoughtful, thinking of the customer. For sure.
So we just put it to the side and made a new one, even though he might have been upset with me. At the end of the day, like you said, it's about integrity and what's done behind closed doors.
Yes, very important. Can you tell me about a time you took a leadership role?
Yes, I would say the same thing. Like at the pizza restaurant, there's people that work in the same block as us, and we supposedly are supposed to give them discounts. My manager wasn't there to okay it, but I just decided to give it to them because, you know, it's promised. And I mean, not that it's promised, but I just feel like, you know, that's the right thing to do. All the other people that work there give me a discount. So I felt like it was the right thing to do to give them a discount. And at the end of the day, I still told my manager about it when he came back, and everything was okay.
Okay. Can you describe a time where you had to manage multiple tasks at once, or just a few different jobs at one time during one shift?
Yes. So when I was doing my hostessing, I would often have to take orders and help people cash out that their servers were a bit busy. So I would often have to help servers cash the customers out, bring toppings, things that I clearly wasn't going to get tips for or recognition for, but I still helped out because that is my restaurant that I'm working out in. I loved, you know, to help them out. We're all working together. It's a team.
Team player. Love that. Can you tell me about a time something didn't go as planned and what you did?
Yes. So there was a time when a customer asked me, there was only one booth in our restaurant, and a customer came in, her son was very small, probably like 5 years old, and he wanted to sit in the booth, and I noticed that they were leaving, so all we had to do was clean off the table. So I told them to just sit at the bar, and then I will seat them as soon as the table's clean. So they were very nice about it, and they waited. And when the table was clean, I walked over to them to try to tell them to sit down. And a server came and seated somebody else right then.
Oh, no.
And it was just very uncomfortable for me because I felt like that is my job as a hostess. And I just felt bad for her because she was disappointed. She had been waiting for that seat, and we can't ask these people to move now they're sitting. So I was very uncomfortable and a little upset. So I did ask the server that sat them, hey, can you tell me next time before you sit people? And then her response was I should be telling her. But I was a bit confused because I can't go to every single server and tell them that this table is, you know, reserved. This is my job. You should be asking me where to sit people. So I did go to my manager and tell him about what happened. And at the end of the day, he told me that nobody was wrong. And that's another reason why I feel like I want to be in management or HR, because I don't think that's how managers should handle things. I think they should address what went wrong and fix it, because that is the hostess's job to reserve tables and set people. So they should be coming to me and telling me, you know, where they want to sit people. And
Correct. Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
That's good. You handled that really well.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I got a couple more questions for you. Can you describe a decision you had to make and how you handled it?
So,
I feel like that one you just said was a really good
yeah.
one. Let me ask you a different one.
Okay.
Um,
I can come up with another one.
okay.
There's been times at my new job where I'm selling air conditionings where people are not sure if they are able to have their AC serviced. Like, some people have mini splits, they have RVs, they have mobile homes, and they're not sure if we are able to service them.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of just making it a problem, I still take their information and I let the call center handle that.
Okay.
So the call center does most of that, but as long as I get, the customer's information and the leads in,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's my job and I do that.
Okay. Would you say you work better with teams or alone?
I feel like I'm very versatile.
Okay.
I feel like I do love to work in teams, but I also do well by myself.
Okay.
I feel like I can get stuff done a lot more efficiently and do it my own way when I'm by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I can work well with others. I was, raised with siblings, and
Yeah.
I know how it is to, let everybody contribute and have their own opinions and on the
Okay.
situations.
Do you think that it's better to have a manager that likes to leave it open for the team to voice what they want, or a manager that just sets the rules and the tone and how things should be?
That's a great question. I feel that it should be a little bit of in between.
Okay.
I feel like the manager should be strict in what they believe and the rules that they need to have done, but when it comes to some things, there should be a little bit of other people's opinions and contributing into them. Like, maybe there should be room and comfortability for them to voice their concerns and opinions so that the manager can fix that and help them out, if it needs to be done.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it should be the manager's decision.
Setting the rules and the policies.
Right.
Making sure that they're instilled.
Right.
Definitely. That's a good answer. Definitely. I think you need a little bit of both.
Yes.
Would you say that you work better under pressure or when you're like more planned and thought out?
I feel like when I know exactly what I need to do and what needs to be done, and I have like a script, a ready situation, I do feel like it's more comfortable for me.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I can definitely work under pressure. When stuff needs to get done, I'm going to do it and we're going to get it done. Everything's going to be okay. But more comfortable, I like having a plan. I like knowing what's going to happen. That definitely makes me feel more comfortable, and it's definitely more enjoyable for me.
For sure. So you like more structure, but you can get it done if it needs to get done.
Right.
Awesome. Okay. How would you handle it if you have someone on the team that does not specifically get along with you? Like, you get along with everyone in your team or all of the employees, but you just have one person that you constantly bump heads with. How do you deal with that?
I think overall, ultimately, I might have, if it's becoming so much of a problem where I need to talk to my manager about it, I will ask them and I will voice my concerns to them. But if it's not that big of an issue, I will just continue to worry about myself and focus on what I need to get done. But if it's affecting my work, I will talk to the manager or HR, which is exactly why I want to get in this field
Mhm.
because I want to help people like that can't really do much about their situation
Right.
because they are just a worker and we're all working together, so we all need to have a boss that's superior to us to tell us what to do, because at the end of the day, the boss is what people listen to. They're not really
Right.
going to listen to another employee because we're both on the same level. And
Yeah.
people feel a little bit like somebody is coming after them. if
Yeah,
they're
they
on the
don't have anyone to advocate for them.
same- Right.
That's
right.
like on an executive level. So
Right.
I get what you're saying, definitely.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, it was just wonderful to have you today for this interview. Thank you so much. And you'll definitely be hearing from us.
Okay, thank you for having me. And what was your name again?
My name is Sade.
Sade, so
Thank
nice to
you
meet
so
you,
much,
Sade. I
Ocean.
will be looking forward to hearing from you.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.